You know that feeling when you finally find the right words for something. Not just any words, the exact ones. The ones that would have mattered, but the conversation ended years ago, and that person isn't here anymore. It's not regret, it's the weight of what you didn't see when it was right in front of you. Frieren stands at Himmel's grave 50 years after their journey, and only now does she understand what 10 years actually meant. It's not warm, it's sharp. The kind of understanding that arrives with its own small violence. 10 years treated as background noise. 10 years she moved through without registering their weight. Not because she didn't care, because she didn't have the capacity to understand that time runs differently for those who age. There's a lag between experience and recognition. Some people live in this lag for decades, and when it finally closes, when you see what you couldn't see then, it doesn't feel like clarity. It feels like something quietly breaking. See, this isn't about missing someone. It's about meeting a version of yourself that didn't have the hardware to understand what was happening. And the feeling of that distance between who you were and who you are now. That distance has weight. Fearing's behavior now is not growth. It isn't healing. It isn't her getting better. It's a different way of moving. Fearing buys Fern a hair clip. She notices when Fern goes quiet. Small acts, unremarkable to anyone watching, but each one creates an invisible overlay. That's the lag spike, when past nescience ghosts current awareness, and the pain of finally understanding is not the understanding itself, it's how clean it is, precise. 80 years is nothing to an elf, a breath, a blink. So when Himmel said something mattered, you can't go back and fix not knowing retroactively. You can only carry it forward. Each act of presence now is also an act of recognition of what absence looked like before. And that recognition does not feel like growth. It feels like a low grade ache that never quite leaves. It's just there. Some people call this redemption. It's not. Redemption implies balance, that something evens out. This does not, because the person who needed your presence isn't here anymore. You live with both versions, the one who didn't know and the one who does now, not as punishment, just as awareness arriving late. That window closed, not with a final conversation, just in the way windows close when you don't realize they're open. Now she's standing on the other side of it, between a grave and a student. The silence of that position, the weight of it, it's not loud, not dramatic, just there. Some people recognize this, some don't. The pattern doesn't resolve, it becomes visible. Not because you chose to, because that's what learning late means. You don't get to go back. You just see more clearly what you missed, and you keep moving.